Well, let me step back. You may be correct and I may be wrong. We haven't seen it in it's been 2 years that they've used the process, more than a couple years actually. But in the last 2 years we looked at, it was only 138 that came back. So they're already on the carrier's healthcare program, and there aren't a lot that are going back in that door. You would think if that was the case, Senator, it would be a lot more than that. The process for the mid-year transition is if PO carrier believes the beneficiary will be better served through traditional Medicaid, that's where they can request, to relook at this. And they use Ray Hanley's organization, AFMC, that does the analysis and determination. And they have a nurse we talk to, and they follow the strict procedures, and they identify whether or not this individual is one that complies with the actual rule, and that's sent to DHS to do a further review. And over the past 2 years, there's only been 138 mid-year transitions that have been requested by all carriers, and 9 haven't been approved. And this gets at the heart of what Senator Dismayne was getting at, that car accident. And the question you have to ask is, can that car accident, unfortunate tragedy, and could those healthcare services be handled by the 10 essential benefits? That's really what it comes down to.
Here's what I don't quite understand is that last bullet there, most situations involve a catastrophic life event, like I guess a car accident or diagnosis of cancer or something like that. Why is it that insurance rates are under such pressure when you have the ability in those situations to take people off the plan?
Well, I'm going to let Stephen answer that, but I'll come back if I know you've looked at that very issue.
So it isn't just about the level of cost that is incurred when those catastrophic life events occur, but whether those people will have need of any services that cannot be provided under the 10 essential health benefits. Usually that's something like long-term services and supports that are now needed because of that catastrophic life event that previously were not.
I guess what I'm saying is it seems like in Arkansas at least, rates for private small groups increase less than rates on the marketplace or on the PO population. But on the small group plans, if somebody in a small group has one of those catastrophic events, they're still on the plan and the insurance company eats it. So why is it that in this situation where we remove those people from the plans, we see greater increases than we do? And maybe I need to ask this of someone from Blue Cross or the insurance industry, but I guess what's your all's theory on why is there such rate pressure when you have this escape valve from high dollar claims?
Well, it is not actually an escape valve for high dollar claims. It shifts the people over when their needs can no longer be met by those 10 essential
So
health
when you say that most of the time that's going to be a pretty high dollar event?
Yeah, but there are lots of high dollar events that don't fall into that category too.
Just as there are on private plans. I guess what I'm saying is what's the difference between the private market segment of insurance versus this plan, which is continuing to see such increases when they have this flexibility that private plans don't?
Well, because in the small group, long-term care is not a component of it. Because this is a Medicaid expansion population, having access to those long-term services and supports is part of that, part of the overall benefit.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
I mean, you can also have